When I was solo, my goal was to make as much money as possible, and to do that, you have to be as efficient as possible. That being said, there are habits that are absolutely killing your productivity and efficiency if you are a solo guy. I'm gonna talk about the most likely culprits, how you can fix them. You fix one or two of these things, man, you're gonna see your profit margin improve drastically. Okay, number one, and we have got to start in the beginning, and that is the morning time, man. If you are getting a late start, we're shooting ourselves in the foot, and it's easy to do as solo operators or people who control our own schedule. That is a slippery slope between enjoying your morning cup of coffee a little too long. Look, man, if you're not walking out the door till like 9 o'clock, dude, like by the time you're cutting lawns, it's like 9:30 or 10, and then like 3 hours later, it's the middle of the day and the hottest part of the day. But if you are a solo guy, the earliest you can get out the door, the better, and that is the very, very first thing. Start your morning off right by getting out the door early. Number two is poor equipment prep. All right, finally get out the door, then realize my string trimmer is missing. I ain't got enough gas in the gas cans, no premix, no oil. My blades are dull. You have done no equipment prep. And then you're sitting there like, I'm just gonna struggle through this entire day. I'm gonna go to the gas station now and then go get a premix. I don't even have the right oil, so I'm gonna buy some janky gas station oil to get me through. Look, dude, I've been there. We've all been there. I'm preaching to the choir, I know, but these are the things that just happen over and over again. You gotta get them fixed, man. Fuel everything up the night before. Make sure that you've got enough trimmer line. Make sure that your blades are sharp. If all that stuff is done, man, I'm telling you, it's so much better to wake up in the morning and then go crank your truck up and just go to work with complete and total peace of mind. You're not getting on the first yard to start cutting and realize, man, this day's gonna be miserable. My blades, I would be embarrassed to take these blades off and show them to my clients. If you're cutting like that, man, it's killing your productivity. Number two is poor equipment maintenance. Number three, you finally get on site. You've drug out the door at 9 o'clock. You got poor equipment maintenance. Everything's just going horrible. You finally finish the job, and then Miss Esterline comes. I'm trying to think of a grandma name, but you get caught up. Number three is grandma talk. Man, look, I love the elderly. I really do. You need to talk with them a little bit. Talk with them just a little bit. But if you know that Miss Esterline's gonna be our grandma for today, if you know that Miss Esterline will talk your ear off and want you to come inside and move a little picture for her here and there and give you a soda and then 3 Gatorades and make sure you have enough water and then tell you the story about, her daughter from 6 years ago. Look, it's best to just put your headphones on, and when she comes up, turn the mower off really quick, and you got to nip it in the bud. You got to say, Miss Esterline, I would love to talk with you today, but I have got to go. I have something very, very pressing. At the end of the day, I got to stay on schedule. Most of the time, they'll get the hint. The number three thing that kills a lot of solo guys' days is spending too much time with mamas and papas. You know what? We love mama, we love papa, but our time has got to be focused, all right? Have that nice conversation, move along. Number four, you finally leave mama's house. And then where are you going? Are you going just right down the road or the next street over? No, you've packed up your stuff. Now you're driving across town, and of course this is a killer for many guys, is the route density is pretty much non-existent. But if you are wasting time by driving across town, not only are you wasting time on that drive, you're wasting time on the way back. It's eating up additional fuel costs, and then it is killing time on the back end of the day, meaning that's opportunity cost. I think we all agree that one of the absolute biggest killers of the day is by having routes that are inefficient. And man, we've just got to get rid of the outliers. The number four thing that I see killing solo guys days is inefficient routes, and then going and doing one-off yards here and there. Can't do it, man. We got to stay efficient to make good money doing this. Okay, so you started your day late, then you didn't have any of your stuff ready to go. You finally got to your job, then grandma got you. Then when you left grandma, you went and had to drive all the way across town with a time killer. That was for what's number five? All right, the number five thing that I see that kills solo guys is that when you don't have a dedicated time to do your estimates, all right? This is the worst. We all know how frustrating it is to just want to finish the day, all right? But if you are constantly breaking away, all right? And I say you guys, I have done these same mistakes. That's the reason I know about this, because I have done it. I've made all the mistakes in the past. But if you are breaking away from your work day to go do estimates, None of that is moving the needle forward today, okay? I promise it is much better to stay focused on the task at hand, stay as efficient as possible when you are working. Do not break away from it, all right? And then have a dedicated time to do those estimates. Better yet, if you have a general idea, it's better to do this. It is better to take that phone call and say, hey, it's general maintenance, like, you know, an average rate in your area for lawns. And if they tell you they're in a certain neighborhood across town, you know, where you got some lawns in the general area, yeah, maybe it's a $50 lawn, maybe it's $60, maybe it's $65. Who cares? Just quote it at $55. Say, hey, most of the jobs over there are about $55. We do a fantastic job. I can get you on the schedule next Wednesday. I'll send everything over to you. Just text me your email address. Does that sound okay? I promise that is a better way to do that than saying, hey, I will meet you at your house in 20 minutes. I'll drive over there and meet you. It is a time killer, right? Have a dedicated time for doing your estimates, or just give the estimate over the phone. Worst case scenario, okay, is you eventually have to raise the price, or you get there and realize it's a cleanup. You just have an honest conversation with them at that time and say, hey, I didn't realize I was getting into an absolute mess over here, but we got to raise the price or I can't do this job. It's okay to do that sometimes. It's better to do that and then have a dedicated estimate day than it is to just constantly be going all across town because you have no organization or no system for doing estimates. And then after you have finally went and done your estimate, and you've been so unorganized and the day's been a total dumpster fire, absolute dumpster fire, all right? You finally finish up your day, you come dragging in the evening, all right? You wanted to be off by 2:30 or 3, but you come dragging in at 6 or 6:30 in the evening. You can barely walk. And here's the thing. Your trailer is loaded down with hedge trimming debris. The back of your truck, the bed, looks like a bomb went off of there because you got stuff thrown all in there, tools, shovels. Looks like a Jenga set up in there, an absolute mess. How do I know about this? Again, I've done it. Like, look, you wake up in the morning and you got all this crap on your trailer and you got to deal with that whenever you're trying to get out the door. It's no good, man. You got to get rid of that stuff the night before. I still do it sometimes, right? But these are the killers, all right? Because all you want to do is come inside at night and sit down and talk to your wife, talk to your spouse, hang out with your kids, eat some dinner, and just rest. But you've left an absolute mess on your hands, and guess what happens? You wake up late the next day, you wait too long to have your coffee, and then you go out there to an unorganized space, and then it just starts the whole cycle all over again. What are we doing?